How you doing? This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Well, I want to talk about Gabcast, Bellgab, and some people on it, and the guy who runs the Gabcast MV, and Art Bell. Last Friday, Art Bell quit his radio show because a person was shooting at him, issued death threats. And I got a comment here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to read it. I'm going to post all these comments. I don't agree with them. Art Bell is a liar. This is by La Crenshaw Mercedes-Benz Jackson. I just got this. There was no shooter. There is no stalker. It's just Art Bell with his drama and shenanigans. And here's another one. Leonid Sokolov. Hello, Leonid. The shooter doesn't exist. Real reason his wife bullying Art. Art's a white knight pussy. Now, I've never heard that term. What the hell is a white knight pussy? Is that a cat dressed in armor? It runs around cleaning people with its white knight staff from the 60s Ajax laundry detergent commercial? I don't know. Yes, I know, if you're not old enough, you have no idea what that reference is, but the commercial's on YouTube. But I don't think Art's making it up. Now, when I get done with this video, I'm going to call the Nye County Sheriff, try to find if an actual report of the shooting incident last week was filed, and I'll do a video on it. But one of the things I'm in the living room. I'm doing stuff on my iPad. And I get an email from Open Lines Jerry saying, and hi Jerry, Art Bell has quit Midnight in the Desert. My jaw kind of dropped. Went, huh? Not knowing anything about what went on, because apparently he was shot at or in October. And there's a report that he was driving home and someone had shot at him when he was driving home. He had to jump out of the car and dive to the ground and wait for the sheriff to show up to rescue him. It's like a Mannix episode. So, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to call Art Bell a liar. And I don't think anybody out there on the internet can know it's true or not. Only Art Bell and his family and the sheriff knows. And there is no other law enforcement agency in Nye County, 60 miles northwest of Las Vegas. It's the Nye County Sheriff. And they have 3 sheriff stations, one in Pahrump, one in Beatty. The third one is in Tonopah. It's a very big county. And some counties in California have the same setup. There's the sheriff, no police anywhere. And they're covering a lot of range. So that's why a lot of guys out in the country have weapons, because it might take minutes or hours for the sheriff to show up if you're under fire or are having a problem, or someone's trying to break in or attack your family. You got to have weapons to protect yourself. Sheriff might not show up in time. And Art Bell does have weapons, he's admitted it. Look who's under there. My goodness, it's fuzzy. So, that's the thing. Now, MV, I tried for 40 minutes to call, sorry about that, the show. And I used this phone. This is a brand new AT&T cordless phone. The redial, for some reason, does not work. I don't know why. Or maybe I'm doing something wrong with it. So I kept using my left thumb to dial over and over and over again. Jerry wrote me a note, call the Gabcast at 1:51 a.m. Oh, no, 12:51 a.m. I think it was 12:51 or 1:51, one of the two. I dialed that number for the next 40 minutes. And I either got a busy signal or your call cannot be dialed. I don't remember the exact phrase. Completed this dial. That's what it is. Completed this dial. Please check the number and dial again. So I wrote Envy. Envy wrote me a note. Would have been nice to have you on the Gabcast and give your opinion on this matter. I'm paraphrasing it. And I said, well, I tried for 40 minutes. I couldn't get through. And Envy says, well, try again sometime. But he also told me that Eddie Dean may have blocked my calling in. And I'm going, like, what the hell right does Eddie Dean stop me or any other Bellgabber from calling the show? If he doesn't like me, it's not his purview to block me. Envy requested me through people that he knows, that know me, to call the show. Or at least they told, my friends on Bellgab told me, Envy wants you to call. So I did. That's a rotten thing to do. You don't like me, fine. But don't block me from calling. There's 1,500 members of Bellgab. I don't think anybody else except me, Cassio, under his numerous handles, would be blocked from calling the Gabcast, except me. So I discussed it with Envy. And he said, I've offered you opportunities to get on the show. And I said, well, every time I get on there, I get attacked by Onan. Eddie Dean sits back in the corner and laughs or snickers or makes rude remarks or types on his keyboard or makes banging noises. Redacted has made rude comments about me. I got asked a sexual question and was open enough to admit it when I shouldn't in one episode. And I just don't want to be attacked. So instead of having that happen, now Jasmunda has been very nice. And Jasmunda and I used to be friendly. I don't know how he feels about me now. He used to inbox all the time. I like Jasmunda very much. Consider him a friend. And I like him on the show. Onan's blocked from my comments. I don't even read his comments. So is Eddie Dean. But MV is going to have me on the show at a time convenient to him and me. And that's we're going to be it. No Redacted. No Eddie Dean. No Jasmunda. No Onan. No Alice Burbank. I got nothing against Alice Burbank. So I told, and he said, we won't have any mayo. And I said, well, I'm willing to bring the jar of mayo out and show it on camera or do a video of me in the jar of mayo. Although I put my mayo in sandwiches and use it for no other purpose. Because frankly, other than the connotation they've been talking about on Bellgab, I can't think what else you would do with mayonnaise. Oh, you could put it in salad. You could put it in some kind of salad or salad dressing. But I don't know what else you would do with mayonnaise. It's eggs and egg whites and some other stuff. Oil. I put it in sandwiches. So I told Envy I am busy with something Wednesday because I'm not sure when we're going to get back. Kathy's coming over. And I said, any other day than Wednesday is fine. Let me know ahead of time. I'll make sure I'm in this chair. I'll either call him on Skype or I'll call him on my phone. Up to him. And I'll be on the show and he can ask me whatever he wants. And if I choose not to answer, I won't answer. Now, as to Art Bell, I think that he could have done this in a far less rash manner. I agree with the people who said he could have taken a few days off. He could have hired, I heard Jasmunda saying, why didn't he hire security? I heard MV say that. I would have ordered to Pinkerton, Wackenhut. They guard Area 51. I would have had some of our contacts in the FBI and other law enforcement agencies come out and take care of the issue. Track the guy down. Track the stalker down who issued death threats on the phone. I'm certain they could find this guy if enough effort had been made. Art could have gotten off for a couple of days or a week or 2 weeks and Redacted or Jimmy Church or somebody could have come back on and filled in for him until this was resolved. But he quit. And I was looking forward to start listening to Art's episodes next month. I cut down to the bone the stuff I paid for, like Hulu, Netflix, Nori's, I can't remember what he calls his channel where you can listen to his stuff. And I was going to sign up for art. Whether the guests are good and bad, and I heard the guest Friday was so bad that Redacted Heather kicked him off after 2 hours. He was babbling. Well, she was a producer. I guess she picked the guest. I don't know where the guy came from. So anyway, we have no Art Bell. And by the way, people are talking about what's Nori going to say tonight. No, Nori's not going to say anything tonight. He's not on tonight. And I don't know when he's going to be on. He's not in Los Angeles. And, Boop, boop. Don't hiss at Fuzzy. Stop. Fuzzy's lying under the table, and Boop likes to lie under the table. That's her spot. So, I don't know when Nora will be on. I don't know what he's going to comment on. But nobody but me and one poster with a podcast has posted on YouTube about this issue. And I think it's a mistake in a lot of ways, but it's Art's decision and his wife's and maybe his daughter's. And maybe his advisors if he has, and I'm sure he does. And I'm sure he talked to Bob Crane. And he would have talked to Hoagland if they had a rift between them, and Hoagland quit. Although I understand Hoagland quit because of money issues. Alright, I've gone on too long about this. I'll be back later with another video. I've got to go to the post office and feed my orange cat, Orangey. Have a great day. Stay warm and safe out there. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.